Hi friends, it's Miss Teresa here. Today I have a math lesson for you. Here we have a grid. A grid can help us organize objects. What do you see in this row? Here is our row. A row is things that are lying side by side, just like these pictures. What pictures do we see? What do they have in common, the same? We see that they are the color red. So they are the same color in our row here. Now, in our grid, I'm going to change it. Now, what do you see on our grid? This is not called a row. A row is going where they're lying side by side. These are on top of one another, which is called a column. What do you see in this column? They are the same insect, right? They're just a different color. So in this column, you can see the same insect. But if I cover the other one so you can see in this row, they're the same color. Now, if I remove this and show you the whole grid, you can see that in each row of our grid is a different color. What color is this row? Red. What color is this row? Yellow. What color is this row? Green. Good job, friends. Now let's look at our columns. In this column that I showed you earlier, we have a insect. What insect is that? It is a beetle. Right? It kind of looks like a little like a ladybug because they have spots, but a ladybug wouldn't have legs in the front here. Now let's look at the next column. They look like they are the same insect also. What insect is that? It's a grasshopper. And our last column in our grid, we see, you know this insect, it's a butterfly. So you can see that a grid can help us organize by insect or by color. We're going to continue our math lessons about a grid and our row and columns. Here is our grid. Remember, our grid can help us organize objects. As you can see, I have some objects I put on the mat here. Remember what a row is? A row is things that are lying next to each other, side by side. So here, if I can show you, here is my row. And what animal do I have in my row? It's an owl. So they are all owls. They might be a different color, but this row shows us that we organized it by animal. Remember column? A column is things shown one under the other. In our column here shows yellow animals, right? You see all my yellow animals? We have the owl, a dinosaur, and a bear, and they're all the same color. Now, if I show you my whole grid, you can see that each row has a different animal. We have owls. What animal is this? A dinosaur. And then our last row has bears. So in our rows, we organized our grid by showing you animals. Now, in our grid with our columns, we've organized them by color. So the first column shows yellow animals. This column, it shows us red animals. And this last column shows blue animals. So if I tick them all off, let's try organize our grid again. Remember, you can organize it by rows or columns, and we did animals and colors. Now I'm going to do it. Let's try to do it the other way so you can see. My column now is organized by animals. So I'm going to organize them by animals. So I have my owls, and then I have my bears in the columns. Now if you look at the rows, we have the same. We're going to organize them by color. Here's red row. What color is this row? Yellow. And the last row? Blue. Let's put our dinosaurs in and organize it. Here's yellow. Which row would it go in? It can go in this row or this column. My red ones I'm going to put with the red, and the blue ones with the blue, or I've organized them with the column in the column using this column as my dinosaur column. So you can see that grids can help us organize objects, and in a grid we have a row, rows, more than one rows, and columns. And you can see that I have organized all those animals in the grid. Thanks for watching, friends. Good job today.